a lot of money, people who just like scenes.
Yeah.
And it makes sense to me now that I understand what goes into it. At first, it seemed like, all right, cool, you put a light there, so you can see everybody, but
Right.
it's way deeper.
Yeah, dude. We had the guy that we were working with. He was like looking at like the heat signatures and shit, bro. Like the heat of the light. I'm like, what does that even mean?
The temperature of the light depends on how bright it is. Just like with a stove, the hotter the flame is, it comes out blue. So same thing with light, or I don't know if it's reversed, but if it's a higher temperature, it'll be a little more bluer. And you can use that, put like a little gel over it, and then you can kind of simulate the moonlight. But if you use like a lower light temperature, you put like a little orange gel on it, you can simulate the sunlight. So all of that goes into like
lower
when they shoot
temperature, you can make more like bright like sunlight, and higher temperature you can make.
Don't quote me on that, but I know it might be reversed.
But it sounds like you're learning.
Basically, that's what it is.
Ladies and gents, welcome back to Articulate with Steve McJones. We got today Mr. Mbeta Sokolo.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Yes. How you doing, boss?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Dude, that's good. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, we're right. Good to see you.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this podcast, like I already said, because we both recently worked on a short film, and you finally dropped the trailer for yours, the Johnny series. But it's not even a short film; it's a series, right?
Yeah, it's a series.
Damn, bro, that must be so much work.
Man, that was a lot of work.
So, how long are the episodes?
The episode's about 20 minutes.
And how many episodes are there?
5 episodes. Yeah, that last episode probably like 30 something, close to 40 minutes. But yeah.
Do you know how much unedited raw footage, like
hours
time-wise?
and hours.
Yeah, mine was 6 hours, and it's supposed to be like a 20-minute short film.
Yeah.
6 hours of unedited raw footage, bro.
Right, you got to go through everything.
You
got to look at everything.
Yeah, so you're a writer. You start with writing. Do you do directing, editing, anything else?
I do directing, but I don't really do any editing or lighting. I edited for like a short period for my own short films in college. I only did like 2, but besides that, I don't do.
Yeah, I wouldn't edit either. So you're a writer, but you like to, dude, you direct. Were you the director of Johnny series or?
No, I wasn't the main director. I would just work with the cast members, make sure they delivering their lines the way we want them and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was like the background director of it.
Assistant director, AD.
AD, no, that's what I used to go by, but the assistant director is like the assistant to the director, so make sure they got the stuff that they need so they can do their job. So with this whole process, I was also learning, what my role actually was.
Dude, all the parts are crazy.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. There's so many parts, so much stuff that goes into it.
How many people did you have on set regularly?
Oof, this was like our biggest production. It was at least 5 of us in the background, and then with talent, a scene could be 2 people or it could be like 30 people.
Yeah.
Like we got one scene where it's at like a concert.
Right.
So it wasn't even that many. It was probably like 15 people, but we kind of made it seem like it was bigger. Yeah,
everyone staying close together.
Yeah, staying close. We get a couple of tight shots, get it from different angles, to make it like it's a lot of people.
Yeah, dude, that's what's great about editing is because I've never been on the back room. It's good that you did those back in college too.
Yeah.
Because I've never been now that I'm editing together is just the different coverage that I need to know that I know I need to get now if I'm doing something again, or even transition scenes, bro. Transitioning. Dude, it's crazy. I didn't even think about it. It's we need to have a movement, like a little bit of movement transition.
Yeah.
Have them go off of camera and then have them come into camera. Or, it's hard to because I'm editing right now and there's a scene where they're walking and then we shot the scene where they stop and they're talking, but they don't come into frame. So to cut from them walking to just them stopped in front of this place is dude, biggest headache in the fucking world.
Yeah, that's the stuff you realize afterwards, because that's still a big problem for me with just writing. I'm just easy to go from, boom, we here, now we're here, now we're here.
Dude.
Where it's linear, but how do we get from here to there?
Yeah, dude, isn't writing just the best?
Yeah, I love it. To me, it's the easiest part, but for some people, it's real hard. But
I could agree with that because since it's so early in the process. First of all, nobody's holding you to a time. You know what I mean? It's all right, I'm gonna finish this maybe in 2 months, 3 months, and so if you have a date, you know how much work you need to put into it. But I feel like writing is much more easily measurable because you could tell kind of where you're at in the story.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wrote Johnny. What was the inspiration for this?
What the inspiration was my homie, the director. He came to me because he's a tow driver. So
Okay.
he's out in these streets. He listens to these calls that come in because he has a police scanner. That's how he knows where the wrecks are and
Damn, I didn't
whatnot.
know that. Tow
Yeah, so
drivers listen to police scanners? That's
yeah,
crazy.
so he gets all the calls. He hears all the calls that come in, and he does it like overnight. So the
Yeah.
craziest stuff in Philly go on overnight. So a lot of stuff that was going on at the time that was relevant was carjacking.
Yeah.
A lot of people losing their cars. The Kia boys and people being able to hotwire these cars. It's like it was a real big thing at the time.
Is it
So
not anymore?
it's still
Yeah, I'm
big,
like, it's
but
Philly.
like yeah, but after a while you get used to it.
Right.
So it's just like, all right, you gotta watch out for them Kia boys. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was like the big inspiration. He brought the idea to us, and then I'm like, okay, we could definitely make something out of this. This is a good, it's a good skeleton here. So
Sure.
all we gotta do is build on it and really flesh out the characters, and then
Yeah.
that's what. And then
Which you based on
more.
yourself, right?
Well, I based the comedian
Yeah, of course.
loosely.
I saw there was like a comp. So what is the story?
So the story Johnny series is about four friends.
All right.
They each following a dream. One's a photographer, one's a comedian, one's a rapper, and the other friend, he's just a hustler.
Okay.
So they all trying to follow their dreams, but they broke.
Yeah.
And then the hustler comes to them with a plan of how they
Right.
can make some money so they can fund their dreams.
Yeah.
And it's attractive to them because it's like, oh, if I can just make X amount of money,
Mm,
I can put it here and take off.
yeah.
But
Dude, that's real. Like, I mean,
yeah,
honestly, like, it's like there's the dreamers, and then to make it happen, you got to meet like one person who's like money savvy that can kind of help you like navigate how to get there. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
we just really just took real inspiration from our lives.
But unfortunately, in this case, the hustler is carjacker. Is that what it is?
Um,
Just, I
he,
don't know, spoiler or
yeah,
anything.
I don't know how much to give all. He's not a carjacker at first.
Mm,
But he's a
slippery
hustler.
slope.
Yeah, yeah. He's a hustler who finds this lucrative way of making money and he
Mm,
brings it to his friends.
okay.
And they fall into it and things just start to spiral from there.
Yeah. Did you work alone on writing the story?
No, I worked on it with my homies, Amir Rogers and HQ Lou.
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
yeah, we would meet up like 3 times a week, just
Nice.
put pen to paper, come up with ideas.
I've always wondered how you, yeah, like how you write with multiple people. Because when I write, like it's just me sitting down and I'm just like going through the script, and
Yeah.
then like I'll do a scene, bust a scene out, and then either stop, continue. But like I, I feel like if I were to try to write with other people, it's like, like does somebody pick up like one scene and then you kind of like look over their shoulder, or like do
I don't
y'all
know.
are y'all just like doing the outline, or
I'm
what's
the
going on?
guy that's cause I'm like good with the words. So
Yeah,
I'm good with dialogue. I can make a conversation feel real.
right.
And I'm pretty good with stories and beats and
Okay, you got
when
a
it
clear voice, clear perspective.
yeah, yeah, I'm good at hitting those beats. So it was like we would all come together and then we would just talk about it at first, like, yeah, so what if this happens here? Or like what do we want this character to be over a certain amount of time? And I was like, all right,
Mm,
this is what we need. We need the character to start here but end here. How do
okay.
we get there? And they were
Yeah.
like, yo, so what if he does this? What if he does that? I'm like, oh, I like that idea. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. Now you pen and paper. How do we get out of this? And then he might come this way. Like, what if this happens? I don't know about that one. What if that happens? I don't know. What about,
Yeah.
okay, I like this. And then, oh, just listen to this. Boom, 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 boom. And then
Dude,
I
when
read
when
it.
one hits, when that one comes up, you're like, that's it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It
yeah,
feels so good. You're like, that's the one that like just feels the most correct,
yeah.
right?
Because
Like,
it's easy to write yourself into a corner because you
yeah.
got to present a problem and then solve it.
Hmm.
But in order to present a problem that's believable to the audience, it has to be something that they don't initially think of.
Yeah.
Because I realized that early on in the process when I first started writing, the audience would be like, they would be in the comments. We on episode 1, they already know how episode 2 about to go
Yeah.
just because it's easy. We watch so much media that it's easy to go from point A to point B.
Right. I mean, we
So,
consume so much like, movies and television
yeah,
nowadays that
we
like
know how the story
should
elements
go.
move. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's why instead of going A to B, you got to go to C, bring back
Hmm.
B, and stuff like that. So what
Yeah.
about you? How was your writing process?
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that. I mean, like honestly, mine started with like it's almost well, I was gonna bring up the way that you're talking about like making it unexpected. I think like stand up definitely helps in some aspects of
Thousand
that.
percent, thousand
Yeah.
percent.
honestly, it really has helped, like, making the writing more concise, you know what I
Yes,
mean? Writing more concise for me. I mean, help like, punching up the humor too, like, it definitely helps
a
being around.
thousand percent.
Yeah, which I think within any writing is, like, a key element, like, to give characters, like, a sense of humor because, like, real people have a sense of humor, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
1,000%.
I watched a movie from the '90s called Philadelphia, actually. I don't know if you heard of it. Tom
I've
Hanks
heard of it,
and
but I've never
Denzel.
seen it.
Yeah, I don't know. People like it. I think it's generally well reviewed, but I watched it
Uh-huh.
and like it's a very serious like drama movie, but there's like no humor in it at all. I'm like, you're telling me there's not one guy making jokes, like
Yeah,
just like
right.
left or
For
right.
an hour and a half, not one person made a single joke.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, for me, the one that I did now, I definitely want to get on some more like story based stuff because like mine's like very character heavy.
Yeah.
It's more of like a romantic thing.
So did you start with the characters in mind first or the story?
Definitely the characters in mind. So like writing style, writing wise, it was like, all right, you need to have an arc of them like falling in love. You know what I
Definitely,
mean?
definitely.
You need to have some interesting conversations, but it's like also like where can we make them go in Philly that can like naturally bring up some
Yeah.
conversation
Yeah.
that will be really interesting. That'll make them talk about the things that we find interesting or
Right.
yeah. So it's kind of like I actually did once you started talking about like your writing process with having the other people in the room. I had a similar situation where I had like the first scene just kind of like written out already. Just I have like a bunch of like back ideas in the well. I don't
Yeah.
know if you got like kind of like
Oh
written
yeah.
out like
1,000%. Got
yeah.
summaries, got scripts. I got a lot of stuff that's just, always got ideas.
Yeah, skits probably too. Skits, sketches.
Yeah. Yeah. All the above.
Yeah, my Google Docs is just filled with unfinished dreams,
Yo,
bro.
1,000%. Bro, if I go to my Google Docs, I got thousands, probably hundreds, maybe 1,000 jokes. Never finished
Yeah,
script ideas, short
and
stories.
school essays are mixed in there
Yeah,
somehow.
exactly right. Got a project from 11th grade.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
So I was like on this kick, like watching this movie, like super into it. And then my buddy watched the movie. He was super into it too. I had written out the first scene and like had an idea of where I could take it, but I was like, all right, but that's only gonna be like like a 5 minute short film if we just do these like two scenes.
Yeah.
So he's like, how about we need to get them to this spot where they're comfortable enough hooking up, basically. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So how can we build the romantic tension? Where can we take them where it's interesting? So like it was kind of like the natural flow of a night goes with like a person, anyways, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you start meeting out and have like a day having a picnic or something, right? But then naturally it's gonna get darker. You're gonna want to start drinking, right? You
Yeah.
go out to a bar. But yeah, and then we shot up at Bach Bar, which was sick,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was
Bach
nice.
Bar, dude, it's beautiful up there too. It's shit like that. I think made the whole thing worth it. Just like different experiences and like all the people involved on it. Like just bringing everybody together.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the like when we rapped, like it was a rap. Like I just like even if I don't know, in the moment I was like, even if it turned out terrible, like and like I'm not a fan or whatever,
Yeah.
like I changed these 15 people's life over these past like 4 days that we shot.
Yeah.
It was so intensive. We had like probably about like 15 people on set all at one time, always. And like at the end of it, we were all clapping and hugging. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because putting a movie together, that's a special process because everybody has one goal in mind. It's the script right there. You got the directions that
yeah.
you want to do or already have done.
hmm
So everybody's working towards this one goal, and it's like a baby at the end of the day.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
it really is, man.
yeah.
It
It's like,
really
bro, we
is.
made this love child.
Yeah.
So no matter how it comes out, we still put a lot into it.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah.
Yeah, and so you were on set every day, right?
Oh yeah, I was on set every day for
Dude,
for the whole month of July. So yeah,
how much did you guys shoot? Was it like just over the month of July? Like what? Like every day?
we had Mondays off, but that's about it. We only
Bro, I
had
can't
Mondays off.
imagine.
Bro, we was so tired at the end
Yeah,
of that
I bet.
because we would rap late, midnight, wake up 4 in the morning, so we start shooting at 5, 6, so we can get all the daylight. We gotta
Yeah, the
set up.
sunlight. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so it was definitely a lot. We put a lot into it. And then, we made the schedule ahead of time. So it would probably be like five of us it was three of us who was there for everything. I can't, maybe 4 of us who was there for every last little thing.
Yeah.
But we just had people rotating in and out. Cool. We're gonna shoot y'all scenes here. Boom. We're gonna try to knock out everything with y'all, and then
Nice.
boom, y'all leave. We're gonna get them here. And yeah,
Bro,
it was a
did
lot.
you have a producer like putting together the schedule and everything?
We did all of that.
Bro,
Yeah,
fuck
we
that.
did.
How good does
everything.
it feel though to be like writer, director, producer though? You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, yeah. And it feels great. It feels great after the fact.
Yeah,
But
afterwards.
in it, that's like, dang, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. But we ain't really look at it like that. We just like, all right, this is what we gotta do today. We'll put the production sheet together. Once we get to this time period, we're gonna cast here. So we was like real organized with this one, just because we had so many people involved,
Right.
so
Yeah.
many
And you don't want to
characters.
waste people's time.
Yeah, we don't want to waste nobody's time because
Right.
we don't want our time wasted.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we promising this big grandiose thing.
Yeah.
We gotta come with some level of professionalism.
Yeah, and I
So,
think people respond to that too. I think it just
oh
makes
yeah,
like the set so much better.
yeah,
I talked about this before a few times, but to me, like obviously you want to capture the story. You want to
yeah,
capture like what your vision was.
yeah.
But I think it's also important to capture like moments, like real
Oh
moments
yeah, 1,000%,
on set, you know?
1,000%. I feel like capturing, cause we wanted to be authentic. We wanted to have our vision, but a lot of times we let the actors go. We was like, all right, this
Yeah.
is the script. This is what we want from you. But if you feel the need to like add a little something or extend the scene, like we don't yell cut until we feel like it's over. So
Yeah.
even if the scene is over, even if you mess up, we'll just let it run for a little bit. Everybody's
Yeah.
quiet, just so we can get that. We can look for that real authentic moment,
Yeah.
because those is really the best moments.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want it to feel real.
Yeah. So where'd you get the actors from?
Well, we knew a lot of people. There's a lot of people we wanted to work with. There's a lot of people we found on Instagram. We had a casting call. Like our casting call, we met this one girl. Her name is Emma. She's from Georgia,
Okay.
and she was like a trained actress,
Oh,
and
nice.
she was real good. And we had met her like a year before we even started the Johnny series, and it was like, I don't know what it's gonna be, but we're gonna use her in
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah.
So we had her on
That's
the
exciting.
side.
That's a
Yeah.
good relationship.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. We just
Nice.
kept in contact with her. We had another guy, KP, who we had worked with before, and he was a good actor. He had a nice following. He was a cool dude. So it's like, all right,
Yeah.
we definitely gonna use him. And then I knew because I brought a lot of the humor into it, so I
Nice.
knew I wanted to get some comedians. I had already been talking to some comedians. It was like, all right, I know I'm gonna use y'all in something.
Yeah.
And a couple of the characters I had wrote with specific people in mind. Yeah, it was a
Yeah, that
little
always
easier.
helps
Yeah,
too, for
yeah,
sure.
1,000%.
Because like their voice. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? You could write it in their voice and kind of their like you said, the beats of their timing.
yeah,
Isn't that funny though? Like how I don't know, with humor, what I was finding is like it's funny because like I know comics that throw together like sketches and skits,
yeah.
but you kind of got to get, like teach them how to act a little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
But with actors, you got to teach them like timing and like how to be funny a little bit.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I noticed that people who are like real good at the drama scenes aren't really good at the comedy scenes, and
Right.
vice versa.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's a little harder trying to teach somebody timing than it is trying to teach a comedian how to act.
You think so?
Almost, yeah, because I feel like acting can be learned, but timing is something. It's
It's a
it's
skill.
innate a little bit. So, or at least I feel like that for me.
Yeah.
Because all the comedians that I brought into it, they had the timing down pat. They knew when it was the right time to crack the joke,
Nice,
or,
nice.
how to do it. But, with the other ones, we had to, like, maybe coach a little bit. Well,
Yeah.
why don't you try it like this?
Yeah, I heard somebody, I forget who it was. It must have been on a podcast or something, but they were talking about how like they almost like bringing on like not professionally trained actors
Yeah.
sometimes because like sometimes professionally trained actors will try to act.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you bring on real people, it's just like just be yourself, you know what I mean? And just like kind of try to hit these lines or whatever. They're just naturally gonna, like if they're not trying to act, it just comes across as more real. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, which is fun. I would like to work with comics, dude, because that sounds like nice to have somebody that knows like the comedic timing of the
It's
bits, dude.
fun,
Yeah.
but comics they're a different breed of people.
Yeah, they are.
They're a different breed of people, man.
In what way? For your set.
Shit, for our set, man. First of all, a lot of our comics was showing up late. Y'all know
Always, bro.
exactly who
Comic
y'all are.
time.
Yeah, comic time.
Yeah, it's
They be
real.
up all night, but we need you early in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't care if you had a show the night before. If we had you booked for this time, I need you here at this time and ready to work. When they was there, it was all good.
Okay.
But it's just getting them there a lot of the times.
Yeah,
So,
facts. That's why you say you're gonna be 15 minutes late. You actually sent me a message. I'm like, damn, bro, I was expecting comic time anyway.
right. See, I try to be on time just because I know how I feel when I feel like my time being played with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially after putting on a nice production like this.
Yeah.
And after going through dealing with comics on set.
Yeah.
I feel like the other hard part about it's not even necessarily hard because it makes it fun, but it's tricky to navigate like managing a set, right? Because if
Oof.
people are like having a good time, you know what I mean? Like comics are being funny, right?
Yeah.
Or like, people have like little jokes and bits that they're doing on set. But it's like when we need to shoot, we need to shoot.
Right.
So it's like you gotta be like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's fact.
Calm down.
Yeah, comics don't know when to shut up sometimes.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. It's cracking jokes forever. It's like, all right, hold on. Let's just give it a little break. But yeah, managing a set, I think that was probably one of the toughest tasks because we had so many people. We had to manage so many personalities.
Yeah.
So we always needed we needed somebody who was always on time. All right, come on, y'all got 10 minutes to get this shot. We got to move to the next scene. We got to get here by this time. We got somebody waiting for us over here. So yeah, managing personalities, that's a job in and of itself right there.
Dude, a continuity director too.
Oof.
Dude, continuity again, like after editing, we thought about like kind of design continuity. So like when we had to reset a scene, you want to make sure all the objects are back in place and everything.
Yes.
I even think about like people like gesture with their hands, bro. And if you're trying to like edit just from like an over the shoulder back to like a wide shot,
Yeah.
and their hand was up in the over the shoulder and it's not in the wide shot, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, continuity is not an easy job. We had a hard time with that too. And then it could just be little stuff like there was a bottle of water right here in the wide shot, but it's not there in a close up, or somebody just wearing the wrong clothes, and just nobody pick up on it because we was rehearsing in these clothes.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we shooting. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Dude, I can see why like some directors are called like, people paint them as like dickheads sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's because you kind of need to be like, if you want it to go well and like look smooth, like you gotta like get people to like understand how important some of the small shit is.
Yeah.
Whereas like at a job, it's kind of the same way like at a job, right? Like there's a manager, it's like, and they keep telling you, it's like, yo, just remember to like get a good extra mop in. You're like, that extra mop isn't gonna do much, you know what I mean? Or like this little thing that you're telling me to do, you get pissed off. But when you're in a movie, I mean, I'm sure it's the same way for real jobs too. It's like, and you're the director, you start to see where all those little things start adding up. You know what I mean?
It's bigger picture. That's what the manager job is, to look at the bigger picture. The worker, you train to just look at what you do specifically.
Yeah.
That's why they can get on you about that, even if you don't understand. It's just that you got a bigger vision in mind.
Yeah.
And why it's so important. With jobs, you'll work the same job forever, so it don't seem like there's much of a bigger picture, but with directing in the movie, it's like documented. I can like point to exactly why I need you to do what I'm asking you to do. So
you get, at least you got like the specific, like things that you can tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. It's funny though. I do find myself. I actually talked to my professional, my professional boss like about kind of the directing that I did a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was able to relate to him in the same sense because like he's like, listen, like so. They work for like a financial team and it's like a sales kind of thing, right? But like his manager, so we got like different regions, but his manager has a certain like vision of how they want to like, reach out to other companies and how they want it to work like as a whole. And when they get a different manager, they have a different approach. It's either, more vigorous or more like customer based or more, you know what I mean? Like, so to be able to like start relating to somebody like from film into like a business like industry, it's kind of crazy to see like all the connections and the relatability with it.
1,000%. Like I felt like with this project, this is where we kind of transitioned into a more professional sense. At first we were just like a ragtag team, just throwing stuff together.
And that's fun.
It's fine. But we were just always we try to elevate with every project. So understanding that professionality of it made us understand that it is a business.
Yeah.
So it's some things we need to do in order to operate smoothly, business like,
Yeah.
because at least for me, I like being free flowing. All right, we got the camera, let's do this. We got the
Yeah.
script, but you need that structure,
Right.
and that structure comes with, being professional
Yeah,
and
like I
business
said,
savvy.
I think like especially for people who aren't used to it, when they
Yeah,
come onto a set, it's like a fun new thing.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And you want it to be fun too. That's like like that's what
1,000%.
like we were talking about is like kind of having a moment and having like people be in a good mood for the set and everything. And when you're doing like less professional stuff, it's easy to have fun, right?
Yeah,
But then the outcome might not look so good.
right.
So to have that like professional touch, like that, it kind of it's a weird balance because it takes away from the fun.
Exactly. And it takes away from I don't think it takes away from the create I was gonna say creativity. There's a weird balance because we're creative people, and at least for me, as a creative, I'm not as professional or structured
Right.
because, my creativity is so free flowing.
Right.
So we had to find that balance between creativity and structure.
Yeah.
And that had to do with, quelling the fun and like, all right, is a time and place for this, but right now we gotta do this. So,
Yeah.
that's something that we really had to learn.
I think what's fortunate for us as writers, at least, is like I feel so like creatively fulfilled after writing.
Oh yeah.
Bro, like that's like the most like mind to fucking pen,
Yeah.
mind to paper,
Yeah.
and like you get in flow and you just like
Oh
get
yeah.
into it, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so much fun and there will be points without thinking, you know what I mean? I like look up like that's not the word I'm looking for. You like go on Google and start like trying to
Oh
find the
yeah,
word you're
thousand
trying to.
percent.
Yeah,
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 I love getting that flows. Like, there's nothing else that matters right now besides making this a good story.
yeah,
And when you get to go back and read it, and it came out good, and the dialogue is snappy, and the
yeah,
story is, opens and it closes at a good point. It's like, oh, all right, I did that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You feel good like reading
yeah,
back too, and you're like, I'm gonna send this to somebody,
yeah.
and then you
I'm like, I want to send this to everybody, but I know I can't.
yeah, and then you realize it's like, oh, I got to make people read. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Nobody wants to read anything anymore,
Right.
bro.
Right, I
It's
got 50
crazy.
pages right here. Somebody's gonna have to read all this. I'm like, I need people to read all of this.
You don't understand. It's good.
Yeah.
I made it. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. But so like, it's so creatively fulfilling to write. But now I'm sure you understand as well as I do that like that's just like one story that you wrote. I heard actually it was Louis C.K. talking about like his making his show and his movie. He's like, what's interesting about a story is like when you're writing it, you don't even really know what the actual story is. You don't
Yes.
get to see like you don't understand what it's about until you start seeing it come together
Yeah.
through the performance and through the editing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's really
Yeah, that's
interesting.
1,000% because editing can turn it into a completely different. That's why editing is so important.
Yeah.
Like the movie American Beauty, I had saw something where it was supposed to have a completely different tone. Like the way they shot it, from the way the script was, from the editing or to the editing, was completely different. It was supposed to be a little more darker. The teens were supposed to get locked up for murder at the end of it,
Oh shit! Really?
but they just cut this in and moved this here and moved it there, and it turned it into, like, I think it won like so many awards that
Yeah.
year it came out.
Some people say that's the perfect movie.
Yeah. But if you read, I read the actual script of it, and it's a
Yeah.
completely different movie if you
Really?
read the script.
Yeah.
So that's why, yeah, you never really know what it is until it's complete. And that's from inception to the
Yeah.
end.
With any new projects that you do or like thinking about it, like, do you get kind of nervous now after you write a script that you like? You're like, damn, am I gonna be able to do this justice?
Oh,
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. Because what goes on up here,
It's
it's
fun.
hard to put it in focus. Everybody that has something to do that has their own idea in their head. Everybody. That's why. Like, at first, it used to be hard for me to let go, but because everybody has their own idea of your baby in their head, like if you read the script, you would see it a completely different way. Even though we read in the same words,
Right.
you might see this character as that. And then whenever the actors would read it, they would see their character like this, and they just thinking about their character. Well, what if he moves like this, and this is what I'm thinking about the character.
Yeah.
So you never really know what it's going to become, and it's hard to kind of give it away. But that's why you got to put the right people in the right positions
Right.
So even if you don't necessarily want to let go, you can still trust
You
that
trust
they'll.
their vision.
Yes, you trust that they'll do justice to what they're bringing.
Yeah.
You gonna trust that the DP is gonna capture the shots. Like I'm not a. I can't tell you. I can like tell you some basic shots, but I can't tell you how to really get freaky with a camera and
Yeah,
just that.
yeah.
But I know I see it one way in my head, but
Right.
I know the DP sees it. Boom, we need this 2-man shot. We need this one person shot, close up, wide shot.
Yeah.
You gotta trust his vision that he's gonna bring it to life, even though it might be different, but it's gonna enhance the project.
Yeah.
So
Dude, a good DP is like fucking can make or break a movie. You know what I mean?
1,000%.
Again, there's so many it's so fragile. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's so fragile. That's a good word for it. It's so fragile.
Yeah.
One person can break a project that 100 people was in on,
Yeah.
or one person can make a good project great.
Yeah. Or you can have again, it's like you can have everybody at 100% like professionals.
Yeah,
And it could just be a different vision. It could just not work.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It's crazy that any movies are good ever.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they make so many movies, and you wonder why would this person even want to do this shitty ass D-list movie? But
Yeah.
you never know.
It could be good.
Yeah,
Could be any movie could be good.
Any movie-
Any movie could be bad.
yeah.
That's
I've
crazy.
seen some great low budget films, and it's
Mhm.
like, damn, this is a good ass movie.
Yeah.
And I've seen some shitty.
Big budget.
Yeah.
We won't have to say Marvel movies.
But
No, it's fine.
but big budget films, and it's like, bro, this script is terrible. How the fuck did y'all even get here?
So this is AI script, bro.
Yeah, AI generated.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, dude. So but I was gonna ask so we were talking about kind of like creative quality, right? Like
Yeah.
how you feel most like creatively satisfied, and I didn't understand really how. It was the first time I ever directed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there were a couple times I started to kind of get the hang of it by the end of it. And honestly, I was a really big fan of directing by the
Yeah.
end of it because like you said, you have a vision of it when you're writing it, right?
Yeah.
Pen and paper. And you know it's going to be different. So then you start to see the actors do it and it's just like a new thing.
Yeah.
And so at least for me, at the beginning, I didn't really know how to direct, right? So I didn't know. I was kind of just trusting them, like you said, trusting them with how they were doing it.
Yeah.
But then by the end of it, I started understanding is okay, this is why it doesn't match the vision in my mind. Like that emotion that you're bringing right there, that's not how it's gonna work, right? So
Yeah.
there's a scene where he is watching her kind of talk to other guys, and you feel a little bit of jealousy, right? So she's gonna come over and come back to him, and he kind of approaches her from kind of a jealous standpoint. But to me, the way that that's how he naturally saw it in his mind. So he was coming at it kind of negatively.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it's like, bro, you just met. You're allowed to be jealous, right? But you don't want to show her that you're jealous.
Yeah.
So it's like after that, he kind of is like, yeah, okay, I got you. So at first he was playing it kind of oh, what are you doing over there? And he's like, oh, what are you doing over there? After I kind of showed him, told him. So to be able to actually communicate that
Yeah.
to somebody in person, that was a really exciting, I don't know, skill, an exciting newfound thing that
That's
popped up.
definitely a skill, being able to communicate what you need from somebody in a way that not only they understand, but they can thrive.
Yeah, and I
And
wouldn't have considered that creative, but
yeah.
it is because you have to figure out how to do it.
Yes, and it's different with every person. Like every person don't take direction the same way.
Yeah.
So while
Dang,
with you, I
true.
might just, all right, I want your person to be a little rugged. I might just send you a picture of SpongeBob when he lost his job.
Yeah.
And I'm like, think of how he felt.
Yeah.
And then give me those lines. The next person, I might just, I want him to be a little more mean. I might push him. Yo,
Rough him up a little.
yeah, yo, what? You just gonna let this nigga talk to you like that? You gonna let him do this to you?
Yeah.
Yo, what's your response? Boom, action. Go into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
different people respond to different stimulants.
Right.
So you just gotta give the people what they need, how they need it. Because one thing I also do understand, actors don't want to be told how to read the line per se. They want to be told what you want from the scene
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
if
yeah.
you telling somebody exactly how to read the line, exactly what to do, it's not really them acting, it's them regurgitating.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you want them to feel it themselves. So
Yeah.
you give them what you want the feeling to be, what you want them to feel, and then let them deliver that.
Yeah, dude. That's what like I was so fortunate to like the two main actors that I worked with.
Yeah.
I like wrote the script and one of them helped me. Like he was the guy in the room kind of like doing the outline with me.
Hmm.
And then I got to work with them for like 3 months beforehand, going through the script with them and changing it to their voice,
Yeah.
basically, and working with them. And there was one point where we were working where she's like, "Okay, how do you want this done?" And then I started like kind of reading through it and like doing it like emphasizing how kind of reading it how I
Yeah.
did. She's like, "See, I don't want you to read it to me. I want you to tell me how you want it done."
See,
And
yeah.
I was like, "Damn, yeah, because like it's so easy to just be like, this is here, do that." You know
Right,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Say it like me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
yeah.
that doesn't create real moments like you were talking
Exactly.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's just them regurgitating rather than them feeling.
yeah,
Because you need the actor to feel it so they can portray it in a way that is believable. You know,
yeah.
anybody can just read some words off of paper, but it's a believable though.
The believable. Yeah, yeah. So kind of specifying it back to Johnny's series, right?
Mhm.
Like, what was your? I don't know if you want to. I guess you don't want to give away spoilers or anything, but was there like a moment that felt most real to you that you're kind of excited to, see it come to life and see how people respond to it?
Oh yeah, I thought there was a lot of moments actually. There was well one
Nice.
moment between
That's a great feeling,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Because like one thing about this, we also did table reads and rehearsals.
Okay.
So we was able to like really build these moments in
Yeah.
the studio before we even took it to set. Because on
Nice.
set you're on a timeline. So
Right.
you can't really build it needs to be built
Yeah, you
already.
can't like direct them for like an hour before you start shooting.
Exactly, yeah.
We're not
Like
gonna get
that
there at 4 when we have to shoot at 5.
exactly. That arc already gotta be built. You just gotta
Yeah.
know how to navigate those waters by the time you're on set.
Right.
So that's what the table rehearsals really were for. So it was this one scene between two people. One guy was kind of working with another person. I don't want to give it away too much,
Okay.
but they didn't want that person to end up like them.
Yeah.
And you know, when you read it in the script, it's just like I don't want you to be like me. But when we got into the rehearsals, we kind of like dug into that moment. It's like you've been doing this for X amount of years. This person's new. This is the way they see it, and this is the way you see it.
Yeah.
You kind of like a parent to this person.
Mm.
You're their trainer. You're their mentor. So when you come with this one line, you've been joking this whole time. But when you come with this one scene, I need you to relate to where it's like we're that person that you're talking to
Yeah.
and help us understand why you are the way you are.
Right.
So I felt like that really came across when we shot it.
Wow. Really, like, it's not only bringing a punch, but like having them feel like the person that's saying it, like, feel it,
Yeah.
like that they're just talking to themselves, right? But then also like have that affect the other person just as deeply. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
because that's basically what we just want to tell these stories because I think the story is character driven, but it's also a good story.
Yeah.
So it's these characters going through these motions and it's affecting them. And you know, they're in this way of living and they're trying to, you know, navigate life this way.
Right.
So we just wanted, you know, these certain scenes just come across as like this is just people trying to,
Yeah.
you know, make something work.
Yeah, this is like these are real people. You
Yeah.
probably based it off a lot of like people that you've met too, because I mean, you
Oh,
used to go on those tours and like talk to people who've been through some real shit.
1,000%. Everything I write is based off something. There's
Yeah,
nothing that really that I pull
yeah,
out of my
facts.
ass.
Right.
So, you know, everybody I've ever written for has a piece of me in it. And
Hmm.
everybody I've written has a story that I've either heard or been a part of.
Yeah, man.
So,
I'm glad that it's there's so many parts of it that you're excited about.
oh yeah, I'm excited about a lot of it.
Yeah, the trailer looks real good too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. We put
yeah.
a lot of work in the Johnny series, and you know it's definitely gonna pay off once it drops. So.
Yeah, definitely, man. I just remember the first time you came on the pod back when I had, remember when it was just me and the mic and y'all
Oh yeah,
were sitting in
yeah.
the
I remember
chair
that we was up in your room. Yeah.
at the old, yeah, that was actually at another place.
Oh,
It's
okay. Yeah,
funny,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But you were doing the tours back then. I forget what they're
Yeah,
called.
yeah. The positive vibe
The
tour.
Positive Vibe Tour, yeah.
Yeah.
And like you were on like, I mean, obviously we've changed, but you were on like, the same kind of shit, bro. Like like something you said today, you're like every project I'm trying to elevate. And I'm pretty sure you said that the first time we talked too.
I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
because yeah, I mean, you were working on just like that one, that was your main thing in the
yeah,
moment. You were really helping and impacting people. But you were still like story driven. You know what I mean? You still had the
yeah,
stand up and it was like dude, you were trying to figure out so much in your life. You saw like all these people
Yeah.
that were like levels above you, dude.
Yeah.
Now you got a shirt with your own fucking series on it, bro. You look like
Yeah.
you're reaching. I mean, I don't know what your personal situation is like,
Yeah.
but like I said, man, you look good, and it sounds like you're in a good mind space too.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, like every project, everything I do is always trying to take it to the next level. I don't see any point in doing the same thing twice.
Yeah,
So no matter what it is, when it comes to movies, it comes to women, it comes to, alcohol, I always want to, do it up to the next level, just try to reach them new heights because that's what it's all about.
yeah,
It's about leveling up, and I definitely feel like this project was a level up from from
yeah.
the last, and the next project gonna be a level up from this.
Even better, dude. That's what
Yeah.
I'm scared about.
You scared about leveling up?
Yeah, cause like I know this project, I kind of struck lightning with the production and
Yeah,
like had really good production and like I just met this girl who had all these connections built already.
yeah.
So I know these people now, which is cool, but like I gotta I
You
gotta
gotta,
do it. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
you
And
gotta
so
put
it's
the
like
work in.
I gotta put the work in. So it's like I'm kind of already like I so this is the question I have for you is like, do you already have an idea for your next project? I know it's a little early. This one's
Right.
about to drop.
Right now
I
we,
hate that question too, by the way, just if you're wondering, but
yeah.
I'm just curious.
Right now we thinking about season two.
Oh, okay.
Season one, how season one is received is gonna have a lot to do with how season two is shaped
Facts.
and if it even gets done.
Right.
But that's really the wave. And plus we have like a lot of scripts that were already written. Before we did Johnny series, we were gonna do another series. Well, we was gonna do a film, a full length film, like an hour and some change. But
Yeah.
just the timeline didn't add up, so we just shelved it for the moment. So
Yeah.
we just waiting for the right time for that. But you know, at this point, yeah, we just
You're just trying to ride the high of this Johnny coming
yeah,
out,
yeah,
bro. Yeah.
you just want to see what it's like, what happens.
Yeah.
But also back to what you said, like that's leveling up can be scary, but that's why you got to put yourself in position to where you're around people that's on that next level, so it don't feel like you going to new heights. It feel like you catching up. I feel
Yeah.
like that's what works for me. Where it's like I'm not surpassing anybody I'm around. I'm just trying to catch up to the people that's already there, so it's
Yeah.
not as scary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So with you in in those new connections, now you can jump in their project, see what they doing. So it's like, okay, now you have an idea of what your level up looks like
Right.
before
Yeah.
you get there. Sometimes it's hard to take
Like
that step.
shadowing a job.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
Yeah.
You see how people make it work, and then you just see your areas of improvement. All right, and then it don't even got to be nothing crazy. It just be like you add one little thing from your last project. Like instead of shooting for 2 weeks, you shoot for 3 weeks, just so you got an extra week for to get some stuff that you
Breathing room, so you
missed.
could take a day off, right?
So you can take a day
Oh,
off.
like
So you get some,
reshoots,
yeah, for
reshoots.
reshoots,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, and then
ADR.
boom, that's a level up right there.
Damn,
If
true.
you didn't do that the last project, it's level up.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, man. Like,
So yeah,
I hate editing now, but like, it really is gonna be like long term, like very, very
yeah,
lucrative for sure. To,
a
like
thousand
on the
percent.
next projects and everything. But yeah, that's cool, man. I like I said, I understand. I'm hitting you at a time where you're probably just trying to enjoy the high right now too. So,
I'm
I mean,
not.
you always got to be
It's so
thinking.
good. Oh, a thousand
I
percent.
mean, you're a chess player.
A thousand percent.
Steps ahead,
A
right?
1000%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I do understand that like the reception of like what your current thing is like
yeah,
really depends on what you're gonna do next. Because
yeah,
if it wrecks you, you might you know what I mean. If it's bad and it like hurts, you
yeah,
might
yeah.
you might be thinking about other things to do in between your next project.
A
You know?
1000%. Like, why would I do a season two if everybody's like, this shit is trash? I
Yeah,
never want to see it again. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then plus we just want to grow on what the audience likes. So if the
Mhm.
audience loves this one character and they only had 5 scenes,
Yeah,
okay, boom, let's bring them to the spotlight.
do a spinoff, dude.
Let's follow their life, or we just give them a bigger role right here. So the audience really kind of dictates where the story goes.
Yeah,
We gave them a piece of us, they're gonna give us a piece of them, and then we just gonna put it together and
damn.
give out a piece of everybody.
I didn't even think about it like that within like television because like series like you said is like you really can like understand what people liked about it and what the audience reaction is and you
Yeah,
can cater to them a little bit
yeah,
of fan service. I mean, I've thought about it like in theory, but like the actual writing behind it and everything
yeah.
is very interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and then cause I like killing off characters. So if I know they like that guy, we only gave him 10 scenes before. We might give him 12 scenes this time. and then make them real lovable, and then kill them
Kill
off
'em
just so
off.
you can feel something, and then boom. So it's still like
Damn, you're
I
an
got
evil
what I
writer.
want. It's having people like, oh no, that shit's the best.
Yeah, that's the reaction you want.
Yeah.
Because you know they developed like a an emotional relationship with that character.
Yes. Like
Yeah.
this project, I felt like we really went in there. It's like, how do I want the audience to feel about this person?
Mm-hmm.
That's like we really went in there like, what is the audience gonna think if they see this person does this?
Damn,
And
yeah.
then based on how they gonna feel or how we think they gonna feel, we can take them here, we can take them left, or we can take them right.
Right.
So
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it sounds like you put a lot of thought into it, man. I'm excited. I wish we could talk, dude. We could talk for hours. I'm sure.
1,000%. Oh,
But so Johnny coming out. The premiere is
the
February
premiere,
22nd.
February 22nd for the premiere, and I don't. We gonna now. When is this gonna drop?
I'll try to drop this the week before, Monday before the 22nd. So
All right,
like,
bet. And
yeah,
then episode 1 comes out a week later, February 29th. So it might be announced by that time, but February 29th.
it's dropping on where?
Episode 1 is dropping on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yep, we
Hell
dropping on YouTube. We love the reception we get from YouTube, the comments, the likes. So we see everything as soon as it comes.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah,
And then you're gonna drop what, like every episode a week after?
every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks
Damn,
we
bro, you
dropping.
stringing people along.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
1,000%. We gonna ride this wave as long, and then we gonna do the soundtrack because the soundtrack was all original music.
Oh hell yeah.
We was in the studio for days, just bringing artists in, giving them the vision. This is the scene. We would show them the scene. I want you to write something to this.
Damn.
We just be in the studio having fun. We got like a 7-song EP,
Hell yeah.
and that thing is, bro, the music on there is top tier. I can't wait to be riding around in the summer, blasting
Just
the music.
blasting
Yep.
shit,
And this is all
yeah.
Johnny's soundtrack.
Damn,
so,
this could be
yeah.
the soundtrack of not only Johnny but your life, bro.
Yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%. He got the money and dreams.
Yeah, I did hear that. It's a good song.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Damn. And it's cool because you get to bring other like, artistic skills that maybe you don't have onto your project to
1,000%.
elevate it.
That's the biggest takeaway probably from the Johnny series is like more perspectives or more, creative visions can make a project better. Because we really brought in a lot of people, from actors, people behind the scenes, to the artists, to the producers. So many visions in here, so much artistic style and presence. It's just, it's gonna be felt.
Dude, that's sick. I'm pumped for it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm coming to that premiere. I hope you know.
Oh yeah, definitely pull up. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a ball.
Hell
We're
yeah,
gonna have a
dude.
ball.
It's Thursday, right? Thursday on the
Thursday the
22nd?
22nd.
Hell yeah, we're
Yes,
coming.
sir. Yeah.
All right, bro. I'll give you a little mic bump or we'll wrap up. Mbeta. I love Mbeta,
I
but
love
Johnny
Mbeta.
Series on Insta. I don't know. You got
Official Johnny series on Instagram.
Official Johnny Series.
Yep, you can follow that page. You can follow me. I love Mbeta. Yep, that's my
All right, bro. It's good talk.
always.
Some fucking money, dog.
I need something. I got shit going on right now.
We got the money and dreams.
You a rapper.
I'm in between.
Zoe, you got your photography shit going on. And I'm funny as a motherfucker. So please tell me how the fuck we still broke.
Hey, yo, how much that nigga charge you for a studio session?
Way too fucking much, bro.
Easiest boss decks I ever got.
Johnny is clean.
All 4 of us take double the cars, make 4 times the money.
Man, here we go.
You stole from me! I want my fucking car.
We got the money and dreams.
You only got 24 fucking hours.
So I got a hunch about all these supposedly random carjackings that's been going on. There's a pattern.
I can't be a part of this. Y'all ready to go to jail over that?
You made your choice.
You got a lot of heart, kid. I'm gonna need you to put in some work. Get your hands dirty. How the fuck I'm supposed to control cars if y'all the motherfuckers that's costing me?
So what do you think the plan should be?
Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Sir, this is an active investigation. Please step away from the crime scene.
Scene? Like a movie?
You really gonna go down for this shit? Got a tough decision to make, and I really don't know what to do. Might as well with a bang.